Should know better, 'cause you always do this to me. You do this to me. But you start to play, later disbelieve that I'm there. And I promise myself it would never happen again. But oh, here I stand, heartbroken and weary. Really got me, really got me, really got me. Really got me.
So perspective is everything. And what I mean is your perception of reality turns out to be your reality. And at this point in time in my life, in my reality, monsters did not exist. Or so I thought. Turns out, they did. And they were 100% savages. Now let me set this up for you. In college, I dated this chick named Keisha. Beautiful woman. Kind of woman you had to have confidence in order to be with. Because every time you turn around, some random dude was hitting on your girl, right? Keisha was black. But not really black like me. She was from Colorado, used to being outdoors, going hiking, mountain biking, whitewater river rafting. Real adventurous type chick is what she was. She came from a 2-parent household, black belt in martial arts. Keish was off the chain. Me, on the other hand, I was born and raised in the dirty South. Fishing was the most outdoors type stuff I did. So we had been dating for a few months. Keisha tells me she's got a surprise for me. Makes me wait 3 entire days before she hands me this freaking brochure for this camping site. Huge smile on this woman's face as she says, "Baby, we're taking our first outdoors adventure trip together." Now pause for a moment because I don't know if I adequately explained this to you at the beginning. I don't give a flying flip about being outdoors. Nor do I give a flying flip about adventuring, traveling, any of that. Just not my cup of tea. To be clear with you, this outdoors life that she loved was not my cup of tea. And talk about being disappointed. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you were with someone, they were completely and totally ecstatic, I mean off the walls excited about doing something, but you, on the other hand, you find yourself not excited about it at all? This was that very same situation. See, a surprise to me was her putting on some kind of sexy lingerie for me to see her in, right? To me, that would be a surprise. Not going out into the woods, into some freaking cabin along the Sabine River. That's not a surprise for me. This was a surprise for her. And Keisha could tell by reading my body language that I was not excited whatsoever about going on this trip. So she starts to pour it on, using her feminine wiles on me. "Babe, I can think of a lot of things you and I could do together alone in a cabin in the woods, just the two of us. You really should think about going with me on this trip." And I'm gonna admit to you, like a lame sucker, I'm sitting up there thinking with the wrong head. My mind flashing to scenes of her and I alone in this cabin, her walking around with some sexy lingerie. I could get with that. I could definitely get with that. Now listen, I'm a grown man, and I'm not ashamed to say that the thought of having a sex weekend along with Keisha led me directly into the situation, because 2 days later, I find myself pulling up to a series of cabins in southwest Louisiana. The first thing I noticed was a sign on the gate that said that it closed at 10 p.m. Okay, thinking to myself, so we're about to be locked in this place. And the next thing I noticed is that we weren't the only people out there. Now let me lay it all out for you. The cabins were set up in a triangle, ours closest to the river, and the other two staggered to the left and right behind our cabin. Each cabin was raised over 7 feet in the air, and I guess that was for flooding purposes because we were right there along the river. Inside was 1 bathroom, 2 bedrooms, living room, and kitchen. Now the first thing Keish wanted to do was go for a walk down to the river. Understand me, man. This woman moves like a whirlwind with hair. And so the next thing I knew, we had taken all of this stuff out of the Honda Accord, unpacked it, and we're down standing at the edge of this dirty river. I've never seen a woman get so excited about muddy water. But she was. Fast forward to sunset. We're outside grilling burgers and meet the couple staying in the other cabin. Two middle-aged gay men. But these dudes were not like your typical gays. They were those manly gay guys. Both of them looked like freaking lumberjacks, 6'3", 6'4", hunting outfits on. These two guys look tough as nails. And for the record, let me remind you again about how I'm feeling. First of all, you are aware that I wasn't excited about taking this trip in the first place. And now my girlfriend is befriending two gay lumberjacks. I find myself sitting on the porch of this cabin, girl on my lap, beer in my hand, listening to the life story of Joey and Johnny, two 6-foot-tall gay giants. And I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but I was not excited about this at all. Now remember, this whole trip was being sold to me as a couple's sex retreat. And up until this point, the only thing I've had was a couple of beers and a bunch of mosquito bites. The sun goes down, and this hanging out goes on for another 3 to 4 hours until finally, I've had enough. I stand up and say, guys, it's great hanging out with you, but I need to get some sleep. It's getting really late. Keisha and I head back into the cabin. I hop in the shower. It's going on about 10 a.m. I'm thinking I need to clean myself up, get it together before I start doing the do, right? Wrong, I come out of the bathroom and she is asleep, knocked out, laying across the bed on an angle. Now, I'm pissed. Listen, I'm supposed to be getting me some good nookie, but instead I spend all my time with two drunk gay lumberjacks. And now I'm supposed to sit here and look at all this sexiness and not violate this woman while she's drunk and asleep. I say to myself, I'm going back outside. Now I'm sitting there, outside on the porch in a chair. It's peaceful. Honestly, it really was. My mind starts to settle down. Yes, I was still mad, but my girl was having fun, and I had met two new good people. Grabbed another beer, opened it up, and decided that I was just going to chill and let it all go. Now listen to me, I can't tell you exactly when I fell asleep, but I can damn sure tell you what woke me up. It was the sound of something splashing into the water. Then another splash and another splash. My eyes now open but still kind of blurry. You can see in the moonlight something moving in the water. And as I rub my eyes, it becomes very clear. There are 3 huge animals swimming across the river. And listen to me, when I tell you they're moving fast on an angle, going away from me. I'm talking about this smooth, powerful, stroking motion through the water. And when they got close to land, I swear to you, it was like something out of a horror movie. You see these heads drop down under the water, and then these werewolf-looking, man, I know it sounds crazy, but these come jumping out of the water, landing, standing on 2 legs, arms spread open, claws hanging down, and start looking around. Now, I'm on the porch, light off because the bugs have been eating my up, and I'm freaking terrified. These things are 9 and 10 feet tall, and they look pissed off. Black ears laid back down on the side of their head, yellow eyes glistening by the moonlight, and God, teeth so big I could see them from where I was sitting. They look over in my direction, then back across the water, drop down on all 4s, and take off running, passing right under the elevated cabin where Joey and Johnny were sleeping, growling and snapping at each other as they ran. A few minutes later, their porch light comes on and out walks Johnny with a shotgun. Now pause, this is gonna sound real fun, but at the same time, understand, I had just met those 2 people. I didn't know them well enough to draw the attention of whatever the hell those things were over to me. So I get my black ass up and tiptoe back inside that cabin. Now both king of the palace. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Dog Waters, and I'm back, firing on all cylinders, ready to go ham. Listen to me. As you guys have noticed, we had the front page or the home page of the website reorganized to make it a little bit easier for you to find the newest content versus some of the oldest content. You can see our sponsors. Click those links. Go holler at those people. They so kindly and graciously decided to sponsor a certain number of stories a month. So those of you who listen on YouTube can get a full story. I want to thank them for doing that. And guys, I want you to understand that we're getting ready to go in completely off the chain, release after release after release after release after release, then album after album after album. And I want you guys to know I really appreciate you. Now, for those of you who are not members of the Dark Waters family yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. You're not going to find this type of content just on YouTube narration channels. They don't care. They don't care enough to create this type of content. They don't care enough to get real stories. So if you're a high quality connoisseur of horror, this is the place for you. If you just want to listen to something to go to bed at night, go ahead and listen to that. But if you want to be scared, if you want to take a ride in your car on vacation and be entertained for hours, you need to be a member of IamDogWaters.com. It's only $4.99 a month. Get in there today.
Fist in the air to the flashlight. Yeah, hands up in the air that they gun me down. I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers. I'm fucking savage. I just might crash it. Really, I'm passive. Ready for the match.